Welcome back to Project GoodSpeed. On today's video, we are working on the CRV. Obviously, there's still a few things I gotta do to the CRV, but on today's video, we're gonna go ahead and address the headlights here. And here are some shots of what we currently have. I believe these are the stock OEM headlights. I don't see any reason to suspect otherwise. They are heavily oxidized, and one of them is a little bit more oxidized than the other side, but one side has a little bit of flaking going on. I think that's the clear coat or whatever it is, it's just peeling. Now normally what I would go ahead and do is I would go ahead and just sand both of these down, starting from a low grit all the way to a high grit. I bought this kit off of Amazon, but it is very time consuming to say the least. Now, as it just so happens, I was at Walmart the other day and I saw this ceramic headlight restoration kit. I think it's like a total of like 18, 20 bucks, something like that. And it is supposed to be really simple to use. Because I already have the sanding kit that I bought from Amazon, I can always go ahead and do things that way. But to be honest, this seems to be like a simple solution. Now I just want to give it a shot to see if this works. So today we're going to go ahead and try the Cerakote Ceramic Headlight Restoration Kit and see just how much of a difference these headlights can improve. Because part of the reason I bought it is you guys can see the advertisement. This is more or less what I got going on, and this is what's advertised that it can look like. So let's see if that works. Now let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. Okay, looks like a bunch of wipes. Okay, so first step is we're going to be using the oxidation remover on all of our headlights, and I think it recommends to do both of them. So maybe make things easier, but we're going to go ahead and prep the surface because this is not supposed to touch the paint. So I'm going to go ahead and tape up the surrounding body panels of the headlights to make sure that our paint is safe from any chemicals. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that right there should be good enough. Let's go ahead and move on to applying step 1 of the kit. And before I can do that, one very important thing I'm going to need is a table. And what better place than the trunk of the CRV. Gotta love Honda, man. Look at this. They gave you a table, dude. Who does that? Oh, damn. You gotta lock it into place. There we go. So now that we got the table with everything laid out, we've got step 1 here, which is gonna be the oxidation remover step. And it recommends not to get it on the paint and that it should be ready to go when the wipe turns a little yellow or discolored. And we should see some clearing, but maybe some yellow still left over. So here we go, wipes. It says apply them in a circular motion. Now already I see a little bit clearing up. You guys can see, hopefully you guys can see that on camera. You guys see that? Look at that discoloration. Yeah, and you guys can see it's definitely clearing up, and it looks a little yellowish still, but not nearly as bad as it was when we first started. So here it is after 2 wipes from step 1. It looks a lot better, to be honest. So we're gonna move on to the next step, and that's gonna be using a 2000 grit sandpaper applied to the pad here, and it recommends it to keep the surface area wet. So we're gonna go ahead and fill up our water bottle of spray, and we're gonna go ahead and sand this in a non-circular motion. So it definitely looks and feels a lot nicer. It's definitely a lot smoother. This 2000 grit doesn't take a whole lot of pressure, and we're gonna go ahead and take it off the sanding disc, the little pad, and get into the tougher to reach areas afterwards. So here it is after the 2000 grit, and as you guys can see, it still looks a little cloudy and a little yellow, but it's definitely a lot smoother. So the next step is more water. Obviously the water makes it look a lot clearer just because of the way the light refracts with the water, but once it dries up it still looks a little cloudy. So we are supposed to keep going with the 3000 grit. So now we should get rid of some of the little orange peeling that is still on there because of the 2000 grit, and hopefully this is enough to fix the surface. The problem is going to be with the next headlight though, to be honest, because it's peeling, which probably means that the clear coat or the final coat or the top coat of the headlight, it's not going to be able to be restored so easily, especially when I'm given something as high as 2000 grit. I might not be able to sand that down smoothly enough because it's just not coarse enough to get a nice even sanding between the peeling and the non-peeling side. So this is the final result. Well, after the 3000 grit sandpaper. So what it did is it really got a lot smoother. Unfortunately, I still see a lot of discoloration still. It still looks a little cloudy, but I still also see a little bit of orange peel in the top coat. I don't know if you guys can see that quite well on the lens, but it's definitely still there. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and just give this another pass through with the 3000 grit and we'll keep wetting it and see if this helps a little bit with the orange peeling, because I still also see a little bit of the swipes from the 3000 grit. And just as I'm finishing up, I think it's starting to rain. I can hear it sprinkling. Oh, great. So when step 2 is complete, your headlights should have a clouded, frosted appearance. A little whitish. Okay, so it still looks a little cloudy. More surface prep is needed if areas are clear or shiny. So it is still frosted, smooth, but we're good to move to step 3. Unfortunately, if it doesn't stop sprinkling on me, I won't be able to do this third part because it says I need to put on a pair of clean gloves and move horizontally from top to bottom in an overlapping fashion. And I need to wait a minimum of 60 minutes before driving or exposing them to any moisture, which is not going to be possible if it keeps raining. So I'm going to just move the car inside a little bit and we'll keep the headlights inside the garage. As for step 3, we only need 1 for the passenger side. So we'll take this out and we will apply it in an overlapping fashion horizontally. Look at that. But like I said, unfortunately, it's going to look like this. You know, it looks perfect, to be honest, right now. Look at this clear, shiny reflection. This is exactly what you want. Look, you can see my hand here. If I move in frame, you can see my hoodie. My whole hand can be seen through the reflection, which is great. But unfortunately, it's going to look like that when it's wet. And we're going to check back on this in an hour to see if it holds this up. And actually, in an hour, I'm going to try to wipe it down. I don't think it tells you to do that, but you know, obviously when you're using it, it's not going to stay wet like this forever. So I'm going to try to dry it and we'll see what it looks like after. Check back in 60 minutes. Well, we're still in the process of it drying, and just off on the surface, it looks really good. Hopefully it stays like this for at least the next couple weeks. I can honestly say for $18, this is a really good result. One thing I would change though is I think I'll probably stick with the good old-fashioned sanding, compound and polish and wax method, only because I'm only given 2 sandpapers here. It's 2 grits. I got 3 and 2. And depending on the initial start of the headlight, that might not be enough. You know, obviously, if your headlight is worse, the 2000 grit is not going to do anything. You're going to wear out this 2K grit before you even get to use it, which is what I think is going to happen on this headlight here. This already peeling, and I think this is a little too much to ask for the 2000 grit to do anything. Ideally, maybe 1,500 probably is where I would start here. But we will see, and in a couple weeks, I'll give you guys next week I'll give you guys a updated shot of what this looks like. And the same thing with the other side. I'll probably switch over to doing the, hand method, and I'll use compound and polish, and then I'll apply the ceramic clear coat just to see what that one looks like. So this is what it looks like after using my own personal kit from Amazon, and this is a 800 grit sandpaper, and you guys can see the peeling here is a lot smoother now, but it's still not nowhere near where it should be, which is why the 2000 grit might not have been the good place to start. If I used the 2000 grit, I'd still probably end up here because I used the 800 grit and it's still visible. So because my headlight here needed a little bit more prep, now I'm ready to go ahead and use the Cerakote kit. And we're going to start off obviously with the 1, and then we're going to try to move on to the 2 and the 3000 grit sandpaper to sand this, and then I'll see if I'll add compound and polish, so that on the 3rd and final step we'll just apply the clear coat. So obviously because I prepped it, look, not much of a oxidation remover, just because most of it is already on the ground with all the sanding. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it one more time just to see what it looks like, and then we're going to move on to more sanding. As it is drying right now, because I prepped it a little bit better than using just 2000 and 3000 grit sandpaper, you can see there's a lot less swirls and a lot less orange peel. So this kit would be great, but you need to probably, take into consideration how bad your headlight is. Thankfully, I have the sandpaper from the Amazon kit, so I actually have more higher grit sandpaper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this 5000 grit and just give it another once over, because I can see there is a little bit, you guys can see here, right there, this part is a little higher. Here, here, here. I'm just gonna give it another once over and see if this helps a little bit. Okay, so I think it's been about an hour, at least 45 minutes, because that's how long I've been working on that other one over there. And it doesn't look like it's, you know, changing. I can say that it looks like the swirl marks and the imperfections from sanding seemed to have been filled up by the ceramic coat. This is what this headlight looks like after using the good old-fashioned sanding and compound step. I'll show you guys some shots here. Look, the reflection, you can still see it in the housing. My finger is obviously still there, and it's not as great as the other one, but it's really difficult to show you guys that there's very little swirls here. It's still hazy and cloudy, which is what it should look like when you're preparing for the end of step 2 at the beginning of step 3. Okay, here we go. And then just take it and apply it on the edges. I mean, clearly, look at that. That's freaking awesome, man. We will check back in an hour and see how both of these headlights look out. This is also another reason I didn't want to use the sanding method. Definitely a lot easier with just the kit. Now, I'm gonna show you guys some B-roll footage here of just what you know you can expect. A little close-up of the passenger side and the driver side. I prefer the driver side just because I had more experience using those high grit sandpapers, and you can get it a lot smoother before you apply the ceramic coating, which I think is the biggest plus to this kit. It really makes it, you know, get that clear glossy finish. But I'll leave it up for you guys to discuss. We're gonna move on to the next part of the CRV build. The headlight restoration was definitely something that really bothered me, especially because it was uneven, you know, like one side was worse than the other, and I hate looking at the oxidation, and I hate it even worse when they're uneven. So now they both look great. I got some footage of it, and I am well happy with it. Restoring the headlights is definitely better than replacing them because they're not that cheap, to be honest, and this is a $20 fix, so definitely a plus. So last couple things I want to mention, just to give you guys a head up, I would definitely recommend this kit to anyone who wants to try this out for less than $20. You can get a decent result. Like I said, on this side, I use the oxidation remover that the kit was provided with, and on that side, I remove the oxidation by sanding. And honestly, you can hardly tell the difference. The only difference you can see is in the smoothness. But if you've got a little bit of extra sandpaper left over from other projects, you can tackle that as well. And you might not even need to if your headlights are not as bad as mine were. So just a few things to keep in mind. With the headlights now finally restored for less than $20, I might add, we can go ahead and move on to the next project for the CRV. We're gonna see exactly what that is later on. I don't know quite yet, but this is definitely a much better look, especially since I don't have to buy brand new headlights for the CRV. I can keep the OEM Honda ones because I think they look really good. So now that I'm thinking, I think my next project might be the sound system. I was driving in the thing earlier, and what? Oh, that's crazy. This car doesn't have a sound system. I'm still rocking the stock radio, you know, so I gotta make do with. I think the speakers are blown too. I don't hear shit from the back. Breakfast. Oh, it's packed. And I just remembered, I just noticed I've got extra speakers back there. So maybe that'll be next. I don't know. We'll see. Till next time, guys. Take care and Goodspeed. The Hondas and I are out.